SAT-FM's Wango Tango.
Backstage, Wango Tango, and of course, Boy Toy Jesse sitting right there. And I've only met this dude, well, I wouldn't call it me, talked to you on the phone one time.
Yeah.
J. Cole, sir.
Yes.
How you doing, brother?
I'm
No
doing
ladies
great.
in here to scream because I know you're probably used to when you hear J. Cole, a couple ladies go, "Woo!"
They screaming at home right now.
Because every time I say that, I feel like I'm getting that right now. You're like a heartthrobby dude, and you're a rapper. You're not supposed to be like that.
Yeah, I'll take it though.
Did you
know?
picture him being this tall? I mean, maybe for
I
you,
didn't.
Jesse, you're like 6
I was
foot
just telling
whatever,
him. I
you know?
pictured Big Sean to come in here and be real tall, and he wasn't. But J. Cole comes in, he's like 6'3". I'm always the tallest guy here, but not.
Word.
All right, J. Cole, you've been traveling. Music has taken you all over the world,
Yeah.
not just the States, man. Like you were, I think I was talking. You were in like London or Germany or something crazy.
Yeah.
So are you loving it still, or has the road being on the road are you sick of it at this
No,
point?
I still love it because every now and then you get somewhere new. Like 1 week ago today, I was in South Africa. You know, for the first time ever going to Africa. So I was in Johannesburg. Only got to stay for a day and a half, but still it was incredible just to go and experience it. I was actually on flights longer than I was in Johannesburg, but you know,
Jeez.
just the fact that my music took me to Johannesburg, South Africa, when you know.
Is it weird to see people like that singing the words back and everything else?
Absolutely. Like, how did the music make it over here? You know what
Right,
I'm saying?
this far.
You realize the world is now smaller than it was before, you know?
Did you meet anybody like a fan that when you think South Africa, like you picture this person's face, like some sort of special moment?
I mean, I had a few people there just tell me they've been with me from the beginning, like early mixtapes, and that was crazy to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had more than a few people tell me that.
Do you feel crazy lucky to be doing this in 2012? Because as people in South Africa were listening to your mixtapes, probably found them on the internet,
Yeah.
and where 15 years ago, a dude trying to do what you do could not get that kind of look.
Absolutely. Like, you know, it took me a while to put out my album. I had a record deal for like a couple years, and it was like, you know, I didn't have a release date or anything.
They just kept putting you on the shelf, so to speak?
Yeah, it technically was on the shelf because I didn't have a radio record. So it was like the label doesn't know how to function without a radio record. Like, how do I sell this guy? You know, but luckily we're in a day and age where that didn't matter because I just put out free music and built a fan base for 2 years and toured and did shows. I was selling out shows at colleges and House of Blues, all these things before I ever had an album out. So that's the blessing of being an artist right now.
Is that if you grind like crazy in a weird way, you'll pull it off because there's so many chances now to get in front of everybody.
Exactly.
Can you imagine back in the
Love
day,
it.
the Michael Jackson days, no YouTube, no Twitter, no Facebook? I mean, that's just got to be, I mean, I guess there's blessings that came with that era as well.
Right,
you have to buy
absolutely.
more albums as opposed to just singles.
Absolutely.
But the flip of that is you can't reach your fans as easily.
Absolutely, you're way more connected now. But another flip is I don't think you'll ever have an artist as big because, like, the mystique is gone. You know,
Sure.
in a day and age where you could just go find your favorite artist's Twitter and see what they did today is like the mystique is gone.
Yeah,
you
like
know?
the fact that it was a little tougher to get your hands on the music
Absolutely.
makes it right.
So with that
yeah.
theory in mind, do you try to withhold some things to keep the J. Cole mystique?
Exactly. Like, I don't Twitter. I don't. You know, every now and then I will, but I try to stay off Twitter. I try to fall back on my video interviews. When I came in the game, I was doing so many video interviews. Every day it was a new J. Cole video interview. And it's like not that many questions, you know, at that point that you could ask. So it's like I'm trying to like control it a little bit. And
So
not,
we're lucky to have you right now, basically.
Yeah,
Yeah, you know.
I'm feeling kind of fortunate right now.
but I mess with you guys, man. So you know I'm here.
I know when you walked in and we had the big old poster of 16 acts here on stage at Wango, and I said, is it crazy to be on a bill like this with these
Yeah.
people? When you see a bill like that, do you ever look at somebody that you never thought you would work with and go, I want to go see if they're in their dressing room, say what's up, maybe we can get a record together?
Yo, you know, I'm Maroon 5, man. I'm like
Yeah.
a big fan of their first album. Well, they're incredible, period. But their first album was like a good part.
Harder
good
to breathe.
Word. It was a good memory
They were
in my
not-
life.
And that's one of them records that took a while to get going as well, you know. So they just kept
Absolutely.
grinding as you did. J. Cole backstage, Wango Tango, it's JoJo on the radio, Boy Toy Jesse hanging.
SAT-FM's Wango Tango.